Hey friends, it's Jasmine. I hope that you all are doing well. We're doing a car vlog today. I've got some errands to take care of and some things to do, but I wanted to hop on here and just talk to you guys for a little bit. So please excuse the mess that is my car. I have a bunch of cleaning supplies and things in the back seat because I was at my grandmother's house and we were taking care of some things around her place. And for those of you who have followed me for a while, you know that I'm my grandmother's primary caretaker. And we had some folks coming to come look at her house to purchase it. So yeah, that's what all of that is in the background. But that is not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is I want to talk a little bit about shadow work. Shadow work is, I think, kind of like a trending topic right now when it comes to the craft. And I had a conversation with one of my friends here on YouTube, who I've had on my channel multiple times, The Nerdy Warlock. You guys should definitely check out their channel. They're super cool. But we were talking about shadow work and how we define shadow work. And, you know, I think it's interesting because I was asked by my friend how I define shadow work and what would the opposite of shadow work be. And to me, shadow work is introspective. To me, shadow work is about kind of like the Hermit card from tarot, from RWS, kind of about like going within to look for answers instead of seeking answers externally. To me, shadow work is also about taking your own personal self-inventory, and it's not necessarily something that is esoteric or metaphysical inherently. Okay, so it got kind of noisy there with the background noise, but to me, shadow work, you guys, is basically about like taking a pause in your life and really looking within yourself and within your spirit and, you know, really looking at some of the skeletons, the pains, the chiron, the traumas that we all have. We all have them. And, you know, it's not something that should be shied away from in the craft. It should be something that, as practitioners, we openly address. And it's also, shadow work is also not something that you do within a weekend. Like, it's work that you consistently commit yourself to, of analyzing yourself and your feelings and asking yourself those why questions. So what I mean by that is those why questions. What I mean by that is, if there is something in you that feels hesitant or anxious or afraid or hurt about something, ask yourself why. And when you do ask yourself why, don't allow yourself to give yourself an I don't know. You have to keep going and keep asking those questions until you hit a root, right? So maybe for you, some shadow work might be, I feel alone, or I don't feel worthy, or I don't feel like I'm capable of doing X. You want to ask yourself, why? Why aren't you capable? Why aren't you enough? Right? And then you'll say, well, I don't know. You can't say I don't know. That's kind of like the number one rule about shadow work, is that you have to keep digging and you have to keep asking yourself those why questions. Why aren't you enough? Well, da 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 da. Okay. So why is that? And you just keep asking yourself, why? And this is a powerful psychoanalysis tool of self-discovery. So the question, I guess, or the topic is, what would the opposite of shadow work be? And for me, shadow work is something that, you know, it is found in the craft, but it's also something that is found within psychology. So originally, I didn't necessarily feel like there was a true opposite to shadow work. And Warlock was like, well, I would consider the opposite of shadow work to be light work. And I thought that was really intriguing. So I was like, well, why do you think light is the opposite of shadow? And, you know, they said that light work for them was more like, you know, working with more fluffy things. And if I had to use this analogy, what I told Warlock was, in this sort of construct of light versus shadow, how I would make sense of this would be shadow would be more internal and light would be more external, kind of like the ideas that we have within Western and Vedic astrology. You know, your sun sign is the energy that you radiate, that you push outwardly. That would be the light work, be it positive or negative, in my opinion. And the shadow work would be more of the introspective, internal, hermit card upright sort of work. So that's kind of my analogy there between the two, that the light work is work that you do outside of yourself, and the shadow work is the work that you do inside yourself. That's just my thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about it. I'm getting ready now to go into the market and pick up a couple of things, so I should probably get off here. But yeah, let me know what you think. What does shadow work mean to you? What would the opposite of shadow work be for you? I'd be interested to know. Okay, until next time, blessed be.